isn't.
I mean, we'll see if I'm right, but it cannot be another Grey. Because Grey requires the princess offing herself. No, she needs to be killed by us. But she killed herself. And we'll just feel foolish. There we go. The cage.
You're on a path.
Whoa!
Are you fucking kidding me? We had everything we ever could have wanted, and you killed us.
Also, wow, this woods is a mood. Also, interesting how she is the cage. She's not the prisoner. She is the thing holding the prisoner in. Us. She's holding us in. She's holding us to this world.
We didn't have everything we ever could have wanted. That's just what he told us. I want the truth, not some made-up eternal happiness.
But it was nice. Who gives a shit about truth?
Well, at least 1/3 of us.
I do. He said we were happy, but what does happiness like that even mean? It was just another prison.
And this isn't. There are chains everywhere.
Yeah, this is not a woods.
That just means we're on the right track, you numbskull. That we're finally starting to see reality for what it is.
Can you two stop fighting? It's not very productive.
So you're making Hero sad.
No, it isn't, is it? So let's focus up.
This is a narrator realizing past him's hecked up in some way.
You've clearly already been here before, and judging by how deranged you all are, you've already been here more than once. I'll spare you my full introduction, but I would like to remind you that the people in my world are living, breathing, suffering entities. Not pawns for you to sacrifice in pursuit of some vague truth.
Okay. We do have the blade! It's still in our hand! Whoa! Oh, okay. A lot of these are fun.
Huh. I hadn't actually noticed.
Holding it's starting to feel natural, isn't it?
It doesn't matter if we spawn with it or have to trudge all the way up to the cabin to get it. It's not even a blade, really. It's just a dinky little knife. The real threat here can kill us without it anyway.
I didn't kill us without reason.
Well, you still killed us.
This is strange. You're not supposed to start with the blade. It says right here that you're supposed to find it at the cabin. Oh well, I suppose that doesn't make much sense anyway. It's better if you start with a weapon, so this is probably for the best.
Okay. It says right here, like, so you are reading a script?
She... what? Why would she ever do that? She's not supposed to be suicidal. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. More importantly, if she did cut her own head off, why are you here? You shouldn't have died. You should be enjoying your reward.
You do really need... Yeah, someone wrote this somewhere. I think it was in Spot Zone. Like, you really need to pierce her heart for her to die.
I was fine with it, but that spiteful bastard gave us a heart attack and killed us for no reason.
I had a great reason. We were stuck with no answers. And now we're not. You're welcome.
And you don't think we're stuck now? We're still in a cage, it's just bigger.
Is the world not the cage?
You know, if you think about it,
Hey.
isn't life just a really big cage?
I wasn't being serious when I said it though, Hero.
Don't you start philosophizing. Just get to the cabin and settle this already.
No, this is fun. Oh!
Are you serious?
Will he let me?
Blade is your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do things right.
I just want to talk with her.
You know what? Yeah, screw this.
Yeah!
We won't play along with any of you.
Yeah!
You're all being ridiculous. Why would we disarm ourselves at a time like this? Don't you dare. Are you even listening to me? Does my opinion count for nothing? We're never getting out of here if you don't listen. I'm intervening.
Oh
not
man!
tossing the blame.
You're just putting walls everywhere. Thing is, I don't want him against me. I want him on my side. But I want the princess to understand that I do not mean any wrongdoing. But I cannot argue in that way, unfortunately.
Without another word, you foolishly hurl your only chance at victory far off into the woods, never to be seen again.
Never to be seen again. All we did was toss it into the woods. There's nothing stopping us from picking it back up.
It's not even a particularly thick wood.
Oh, but there is something stopping you from picking it back up. The fact that you already made your decision. As much as I'd like to turn back the clock, we'll all just have to suffer the consequences of what you've done. That's how decisions work.
Huh. That felt good. Best thing we've done in ages. Whatever this bullshit world throws at us next, we'll always have this tiny victory.
That's the spirit.
You stand
Wow.
at the edge of the cliff. An abyss yawns beneath you, empty and endless. The only path forward, a rusted metal bridge. The cabin looms on its far side. I think you already know what waits for you within.
That cabin really stands out visually. Like, it really doesn't fit this area at all. I mean that positively. Like, it's clearly on purpose.
Great. A creaky old bridge in a bottomless ravine. Because getting to the cabin was too easy last time. I wonder what other sick jokes are waiting for us. Maybe that ravine doesn't even go anywhere. It'd be par for the course if we slipped and wound up falling forever.
There's nothing to find out here. Time to check in with the missus.
I'm going to pretend you didn't just call her that. Every surface
Wow.
of the cabin is draped in chains.
Dude.
The air filled with the mock birdsong of metallic clinks. Where there should be walls, you can see only endless ropes of metal, with hooks dangling from their ends. A fitting cage for a monster destined to end the world.
This is a pretty cool area.
There's nothing for you to do but step forward into the basement. You already foolishly threw away your weapon, but still, your objective awaits.
There's an ill-fitting mirror in the way.
And how are we supposed to get to the basement? I don't see a way down. All I see is a mirror. What mirror? There is no mirror. The only thing of note here is the door to the basement.
Oh, don't you lie to us. We can trust our eyes, and I am not going to stand around arguing over a stupid mirror.
I'm not going to waste time arguing with you. Just get to the basement, okay? The door's on the other side of the room. Then, I guess there's nowhere for us to go but forward.
Alright, just a mirror.
You step out onto the floor.
What?
Or what should have been a floor.
Uh-oh.
Should have been. Yes, unfortunately, you realise too late that there is no floor beneath the metal. There is only a loose web of chains suspended over some unseen space. An unseen space that you are now rapidly plummeting through.
Guy!
Oh, now this is just absolute bullshit. Can't even walk across a room now without being plunged into an abyss.
There was no floor, only chains.
Too emotional, it makes us sloppy. We have to focus on details right now, and we can't focus on details if you're raging about every little thing that happens.
Are we supposed to focus on details while we're falling into a bottomless pit?
Yeah, time isn't stopped while we're arguing, guys. Let's just, like, reach out to a chain
Don't
at
be
least.
ridiculous, it obviously has a bottom.
Your fall is suddenly, painfully halted as rusty chains pull taut against your skin, their hooks digging into your muscle.
Jesus, hell.
You find yourself suspended in what appears to be a vast, dark space. the glinting of yet more chains merely hinting at its full dimensions. You dangle a few feet off the bare concrete floor.
Those hands look different than normal, don't they? They're a lot paler.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. As your eyes adjust to your new surroundings, you make out a figure standing in the gloom, obscured in shadow. She watches you with the stillness of the grave.
No, her hands still have the same texture as normal, but I don't know if it's just because of the surroundings. It's fine.
Easy now. We don't know what sort of situation we're dealing with. We should let her make the first move. Let observation give us an advantage.
Alright, I'll do what the skeptic wants.
The princess takes a slow step forward. As she does so, the heavy chains shift, tightening and tearing at your flesh, your joints screaming in agony as the rusted hooks dig deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the chain wrapped around your neck threatens to choke you.
Man.
As your vision comes back into focus, your eyes fall on the body of the princess, finally emerged from the shadows.
That is the face of someone who may have regretted a few things.
The body of the princess is a weird way to describe a person. It's only accurate. The form in front of you is a body, draped in raiments of chains, her head dragging along behind her in an iron cage.
You don't need to drag your... I mean, a human head is kind of heavy.
The head stares up at you but says nothing, and the chains squeeze ever tighter.
Oh, we're being strangled already? You haven't given us a chance to do a damn thing. What's the point of any of this if we don't even get to make a single choice?
We didn't do a choice.
I'm not here to give you chances. I'm here to set the stage and to dictate to you what happens. I can advise you on the correct course of action, but there are limits to my direct involvement. The choices, if that's what you like to call them, have always been yours.
A riddle while we're dying, isn't that just like you? Now to figure out what exactly you mean by choices.
Oh, for the love of stop thinking and do something.
This is accurate.
You're pleading with me as if I have a say over anything that happens here. Shouldn't you know by now that I don't? And neither do you.
The body takes another step towards you, the chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper into your flesh. They constrict dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to breathe.
I don't think she's happy you're here. But what do I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears. I don't make choices. At least not any that matter.
Is the game implying that she is aware of the game's format explicitly this time?
Oh, well, isn't that just convenient?
It makes sense to me. She's a severed head. What control could she possibly have over her body? There's no connections, no nerves. So bodies can work on their own.
That's kind of weird.
You know, I wouldn't mind that, actually. Maybe when the chain pops our useless head off, we'll get to run around without it.
We've survived worse,
This was all doomed
shockingly.
from the start, wasn't it?
Yes.
You're not looking at things right. Your eyes are fixed on the distraction, instead of on the hand working the illusion.
I see. You know, maybe she's onto something. Maybe being a head means you can really focus on figuring out the truth.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh, don't you stop.
Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward, Your bindings tighten again.
You come to me, knife in hand.
Sometimes not knife in hand.
But that's not right. We didn't bring the knife. We even told her that earlier.
Yeah.
But that's not right. That's not the reality I've been looking at.
I feel like they're using a direct language. Direct and unemotional was correct.
You shouldn't have been able to do that.
And yet, I did.
The body marching towards you comes to a lurching stop.
Okay.
Huh. She stopped. What is that supposed to mean?
Rare art of her feet. Ooh, I like this.
You make it sound so easy. But it can't be that easy. Not after all that violent repetition. Oh.
Ha! Pink text.
Suddenly, the chains loosen, the hooks sliding from your skin. You come crashing to the floor, and as the chains rain down around you, her body falls too.
Hey. No regrets though, right?
The room settles into comforting silence. No more rattling of chains, no more slow, deliberate footsteps from the princess's body, only the soft click of the latch as it opens the door of the cage.
So that's really all it took?
I know it sounds silly, girl, but yeah. I mean, it is probably one of the hardest things to do, but you know, it can be done.
The truth was right there the whole time. We just needed to believe we were better than this. I feel like a fool, really. But it's always the most complicated problems that tend to have the simplest solutions.
You are absolutely correct there, my man.
That is absolutely not how this
That
works.
is 100,000% how it works. Right now, at least.
Looks like we've seen through your lies at last, Mr. the Narrator. If that even is your real name.
Oh, shut up. We got lucky. And you especially got lucky. Both of you talk too much. Give her a chance to say what she wants to say. I'm sick of treating this like some puzzle or bullshit game.
I agree.
I want you to take me out of this place. That's all I've ever wanted.
The princess's
I
body
know.
doesn't stand, instead holding the cage aloft, beckoning you to come near. If you take her out of there, if you carry her to freedom, it's the end of the entire world. You know that, right?
Narrator, I hope that when this is done, and all my me's come crashing back together, and all hers come crashing back together, I hope the same happens to you.
Fine by me. This world is bullshit anyways. The rest of us will find one that's better. Besides, we already made our choice, all the way back in the woods.
Oh, I like
Nothing
this.
you can do about it now.
I suppose not. You know, I think a part of me always knew this was doomed from the start. I'm narrating on borrowed time, aren't I? But even if I'm doomed to go, I might as well make sure you have a proper ending. Go on then.
Well, he's being a good sport about it.
You cautiously approach the kneeling body and extend your hand, bruised and bleeding from the trials that brought you to this point.
See, that's not really how the hand looks like. Like, a lot of the hatching on it and stuff.
And then you take her from her prison.
Aww.
She looks up at you, and for the first time since you laid eyes on her, she smiles.
This is
warmly.
This is sweet if you really focus on a very specific area of the screen. Don't look here.
I have no idea how we're supposed to leave.
It's gonna be harder for you, but I can handle that part.
But the body points, and you follow its finger to a lone chain dangling from the doorway that sits far, far above you.
Are we supposed to climb up while holding her?
Sure.
I'll pull us out of here, if you just hold on.
Or that.
I'm game.
So am I.
Then get on with it.
Oh
wrap
yeah, you
your
control the
hand in
chains, of
chain,
course.
holding tight as it starts to move and holding the princess close to you. Together, you rise out of the pit.
So many beautiful endings on this cycle, man. Like, this is just nice.
I'm sorry if I made this harder than it had to be.
Hey, it's fine. It's fine. You thought you knew everything. That's the case when you think you know everything, isn't it? Turns out we never know anything.
You glance back towards the princess's body, doing its part as it hoists you up. It grows smaller and smaller, slowly disappearing.
I'm gonna be
back
real,
into the
this is
shadows
a
of
lot
the
more
basement.
mundane a mechanism to get us out than I thought it was going to be.
No, that's not right. There shouldn't be an F. I'm sorry. I made this harder than it had to be.
Maybe she has a point, in a way. Our bodies don't matter.
We're almost there. I can smell the night air.
That bit of light feels like it's mocking us. At any moment, she could just drop the whole thing and send us crashing down.
Why? Why would she do that?
I don't think that's gonna happen, mate.
Yeah.
It'll be par for the course.
And then the chain stops its ascent, depositing you safely in the cabin doorway. I guess you never closed it behind you. Well, there's only one thing left for you to do.
Shall we?
We shall. That's...
I mean, what's the alternative? Dropping me to prove a point?
No! No! We're not doing it!
Can it be an option?
I'm joking, by the way. Please don't drop me.
You can tell I was serious because I clicked interrupting the cheating there. Purely by reflex.
I mean, we could.
Don't make me peck your face out with my evil bird beak.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Don't you even joke. I was joking. But fine, I see I'm outnumbered as usual. Have it your way.
It would certainly be a new data point.
Probably wouldn't work anyways. It'd make that perfectly good blade you threw out completely meaningless.
Oh my gosh! No, I'm not doing... I'm curious. I am. But I'm not.
So you step into a world ended by your hand. What a travesty.
Goodbye. It's been...
Awful? Is he still there?
He's not there.
I think he's gone.
He is...
We did it. That wasn't so bad. Now I guess we'll need to find a new game to play.
The cheated is so weird. Like, he does feel... He's like the cheated. Like, his official title is that. But he's a gamer. Like...
Thank you.
He's not a character.
So much.
He's a player.
I didn't think this was possible. But here we are.
See you pretty soon. Only have one more loop to go through.
It's a little cold out here, isn't it?
Ugh. This was nice. There wasn't like the same punch that
gone.
Ever After did, but
Where did she go?
this
Should we try and find her?
genuinely felt really nice. And
And is that a...
characters getting
Why
very,
now?
very close to the boundaries of the game here.
But it feels so bad. Like, looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
It's going to do something to us. I can feel it.
We will see each other on the other side.
Okay. If you say so.
Just not immediately.
So, this is all going to work out?
Feels too good to be true.
Yeah. Starting to look pretty messed up. I'm not sure why we deteriorate as we go through the mirror. Okay, it's not just the head.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
I love how there's still hands holding the head inside the cage, separately from the hands holding the cage.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
No idea.
This one is a locked door to which you held the key. She will make for an open heart if you let her.
Ah.
Do not mourn her. She is no longer bound.
Alright. She doesn't care, right? That's what she always answers.
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Alright, Descartes.
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does live in a separate space. He did get burnt alive once.
If he drives you towards my destruction, then he is steeped in delusion, for he does not know me. Just as I hold compassion for you, and you hold compassion for me, you can hold compassion for those who have wronged you.
Alright. Alright. Next time. The Witch.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.